Oh, hey everyone, it's me again, the guy who's not going to edit his videos and make them incredibly boring, and I'm not going to put any graphics in them or background music or nothing. It's just straight up me and information just download right into your TV. If you don't like it, the problem's you. It's not me, because I've got put 20 plus years into these issues, and now I've got them sorted out. And I'm going to tell them to you for free. There you go. If you don't like it, who cares? Go write about it on your blog. No one's going to read it. All right, what's that? Nobody knows. I never liked graphs in math. You don't have to like graphs either, whatever. This is the flow state. The flow state, whoa. You ever heard of high performance things? The flow state. You got to get in the flow, man. Got to get in the flow. Or get in the zone. Auto zone. No, not that zone. You got to get in the zone, okay? If you can get in the flow or you can get in the zone, oh my goodness, yes. You know what I'm talking about? It's like time just disappears and evaporates. It's like when I was a little kid playing with Legos, and I'm just like, and all of a sudden like 8 hours went by, and they're like, Raleigh, it's time for breakfast. And I'm like, wait, how? I didn't even go to sleep last night. I just did the Legos. So that's the flow state. You lose all track of time. Everything feels so effortlessly and amazing. You know, it's a lot like, I don't remember the game, Time. It's like it's the game where like you're running through a temple run? Maybe, like you're running through a temple and you gotta like go either go left or right, or you can like maybe jump, and that's it. And it's like every time you die, you have to start over, but you get like so locked in, like, oh, I got a little bit further, okay, I gotta start over, okay. And you go and you just get locked in, you're like, oh, a little bit faster, and every time you get closer, it like speeds up quicker, and you have to get your timing dialed in. Flow state. People want to unlock the flow state. They've written books about the flow state. Why me? Here's the first step. When you're going to pitch something to an investor, you're the investor investing your time into me. When you're pitching something to the investor wants to know why you and why now. I'll tell you why me. I've coached gymnastics for 20 plus years, and I've been bad at most of that time. Bad at it. And I've studied why I've been bad at it. And now I'm starting to understand why I was bad at it. I'm a lot better now, okay? But I've been bad at it for 20 plus years. 20 plus years of coaching gymnastics is like I've been working with kids and adults and getting them goals and achieving goals for 20 plus years, and goal, nail that, get a cartwheel, get a handstand, and it's like boom, 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 boom. So I have high repetition of understanding what it takes to actually acquire something at a huge demographic. Gymnastics coaches have a skill set they haven't even tapped into that can apply to the rest of the world. So I now have seen these cycles of being successful, fail, success, fail, these cycles, and I've seen these patterns. And the flow state, no one's even tapped in close to what the flow state really is doing and how you get to it. So I'm about to unlock this mystery. I'm not saying that people haven't got awesome answers and thoughts. They do. They're all awesome. But this is about to unlock for you. The flow state's basically the idea that the difficulty of something and your ability of something need to be dialed in so that it's not, the difficulty is not so far beyond your ability, and your ability is not so far beyond the difficulty of something. So if someone said, hey, we're going to go on a walk today, like if you ask me, you go, hey, Raul, you want to go on a walk with me? I go, no, it's boring. It's too easy. I can walk. There's nothing interesting about it. If I want to go walk on a path, up a mountain or something, I go, oh, it's adventurous. Sounds more adventurous. It's going to get closer to my ability level and difficulty, and I will have more enjoyment in that. Now, that's not fully saying that's what the flow state is doing, but I want you to understand that there's this measurement and this dialing in of when you can get things to really align and in the moment, in the present now, where your ability level and the difficulty are just like, poof, they just hit each other so perfectly. They're in perfect synchronization. You get these points where as you escalate the difficulty or the ability, and you can say difficulty or ability is really on either side, it doesn't matter. The point is that they blend so nicely, you're just moving at a 45-degree angle. I don't know why. I don't even know where you're going. You're going to a cloud up here, okay, with a castle. That's where you're going. I'm going to a castle in a cloud. Okay, there's a window. Okay, but difficulty and ability, really? That's the words we're going to be using? No, I don't like those words. That's not good. Okay, difficulty it has too much ego attached to it. Oh, I do really hard stuff. I'm super cool. I got hard. Difficulty has too much ego attached to it. And ability has too much ego attached to it too. So what's your abilities, man? Well, I can like juggle like 16 tennis balls while riding a unicycle, and I got like all these abilities. No, too much ego. Okay, so we got to cut that out. Why do we got to cut it out? Because we're egotistical and we're like narcissistic human beings because we're stuck on social media, us in our America. Okay, so no, we're going to cut out difficulty and ability and trash those words. Pfft, I don't like them. Get rid of them. What we're going to do is we're going to put the word care, and we're going to put the word effort. Okay, here we go. Now check that out. Whoa. When you care about something and it aligns with your effort, all of a sudden you get locked in the zone. What does that mean? What that means is, if my care is greater than my effort, so I'm gymnastics specific, you ask this little kid, they're like 8 years old, you're like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go in gymnastics? I want to go to the Olympics. Do they know how to go to the Olympics? And no clue. No clue. Their parents have no clue on what it takes to go to the Olympics. Even when mom and dad show up, my kid's amazing. They should go to the Olympics. It's like, have you been to the Olympics? Well, no. I once played tennis. You know? Like, that's what people are thinking. Like, your care is way beyond your level of effort. You have no idea how much effort it's going to take, but you sure have a lot of care. Good for you. There was a study done, I think it was in the book Talent Code, and he talks about a study done where they gave a bunch of kids instruments and they asked the kids to write down how they felt about these instruments or how long they plan on playing them. And the kids who said, I'm going to play this instrument the rest of my life, are the ones who actually stuck with the instrument the longest. And the kids are like, I don't know, I'll play it for a year or something, are the ones that played it for a year and then gave up. And they found out that when someone says, I love something, they actually are more likely to stay in it for a longer term. Why does this matter? Oh, weird. Because that tells you what they care about. And the care and the effort are aligned. So if your care is so far beyond your effort, you're not going to hit the goal. And then you'll be like, why can't I get there? And so when we're talking about the flow state, it's not the flow state that's the problem. It's getting into the flow state that's the problem. Most people don't know how to get into the flow state. There you go. That's the how to get into the flow state. It's not difficulty and ability. Because how do you measure your abilities? It's like, it's kind of complicated. There's a lot of pieces going on. It's the willingness of the effort behind your abilities, and it's the care in the difficulty. It's like something's difficult. Who cares? If your care is to do the difficult thing, and you're going to put the effort in to do the difficult thing, even if you don't have the abilities to make it work, you could fail, 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 fail. That's like what that temple run thing is. You're just like, oh, go, jump, left, right, I'll fail. I'll do it again. Oh, go, left, right, I'll fail. Oh, I'll do it again. You just lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. Even when you play, I like playing basketball. Even when you play basketball, you're like, oh, I got this, make the shot, and you're like, oh, I didn't go in. You don't just like go, I'm done. You lock back in, and you get the ball, you go and do the whole entire thing. Whether you get the ball or you don't get the ball, and you lock back in, you lock back in. Why? Because the level of care and the amount of effort you're willing to put out, those two things are in alignment with each other. So if your effort is far greater than your level of care, you're just going to dominate the thing, and really you're not going to care that much. And so if I asked you to, I don't know, put your finger on your nose, it's like the effort to do this is so minimal. I'm like, I have the ability to do that. So it's like, I don't really care. I don't really care. It's not super interesting. If I say close your eyes and put your finger on your nose, it's a little bit more interesting, but it's not as interesting as something else that's going to be like match something that requires more care. Okay, and so when you find that thing where it's like the care is right within line of your effort output, and those two things are in alignment with each other, now you start hitting your goals. You're like bang, bang, bang. You just start hitting your goals. And you start realizing that time goes away, the anxiety, the stress, the depression, all of it just goes away because you're aligning the care and effort. Okay, well, let's do a practical conversation on this. Okay, I'm 28 years old. I'm living in Los Angeles area, and life sucks. It's hard. I don't have skill sets. I don't have social skills. I have high anxiety. I don't even like to talk to strangers. And I'm just bad at it. I'm just bad at life. And so I care about being in the position I am today, like who I am today, back then, at 28 years old, 10 years ago. I'm like, man, I wish I was now that Raleigh. I wish I wanted to be that Raleigh, but that was 10 years ago. And so I had this huge care, but the effort to put in, I had no idea where to put my effort. And I had like zero skill sets. I was really bad. And so I didn't even, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just go talk to strangers and I'll do what social media is telling me and I'll do all those things. And it's just like fail, fail, fail. And I'm like, I can't put in the effort to the thing I care about. And so what did I have? Like high anxiety, lots of depression, feeling like crappy about myself. Life sucks, it's hard. So luckily I get told, hey, Raleigh, you should go see a therapist and talk to somebody who's like successful at life, understands how life works, and be like, yo, how do I make this thing happen? And so I did that, and it took like 6 weeks for me to finally get something out of going to therapy. But what I did is I learned that, Raleigh, you need to look at the world for what it is, not what you want it to be. Oh my goodness, I was so idealistic. And when I'm idealistic, my care is like through the roof, and my effort is like down here, and it's like, that is not working out. And so what I learned I had to do was wake up in the morning and just tell myself simple things, affirmations. Simple affirmations. Raleigh, I love you. You're amazing. And I tell myself the things I'm good at. Oh, you're really good at juggling or magic tricks, stupid stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, and then I'd make my bed. Why did I make my bed? Because I could care about it and I could effort it. Care, effort, care, effort. Then I make breakfast. Oh, okay, I'll make some oatmeal. Oh, next time, tomorrow I'm going to make some oatmeal with cranberries in. Well, and I'm going to do cranberries and almonds. I'm going to change and add more care into the system. Add more care, add more effort. Add more care, add more effort. Pretty soon, the care effort is ramping up. Pretty soon, when I'm locked into these things, I don't pay attention to the time. I'm fully zoned in. That's why I love rock climbing. Rock climbing is so awesome because it's just like whatever's in front of you is like you're just zoned in. You're like, oh my goodness, I care about not falling off this rock. And I'll put as much effort as I possibly can into not falling off this rock, and I will continue going up. Like the whole world just melts away when you go rock climbing. You might be like, I'm afraid of heights. Most rock climbers are. And then you get over it because you get exposed to it. But your care and effort drives the story. So what I'm saying is getting in the zone, high performance state, okay? Yes, there's a difficulty and ability level, but really to get into that is the question is, what do you care about today? Because if you show up, you're a high performance athlete, and I've seen this, you're doing, let's say, gymnastics on a beam, it's 4 inches wide and you got to flip on the beam. If you're like, I have to do the skill today, I got to get my numbers in, but I just don't feel like it today, I don't care. If you don't care and you've got to put the work in, you're not going to really enter the flow state. It's pretty hard to enter the flow state when your care doesn't align. Or when you're like, I really care a lot, but I'm just feeling lazy today. Like, I don't really want to move fast at all. And your effort doesn't match the care, it's not going to happen. So you've got to make sure that your care and your effort are aligning with each other to really lock into that flow state. So that's my high performance speech. If you're a high performance athlete, I would love to just hear your comments or thoughts below on how you could apply this. If you're a business person, I'd love to hear you put your comments and thoughts below on how you could apply this to burning out in your business and really what problems you need to solve. What do I care about and where should I put my effort? And if you're a parent or you live in a family, where are you shifting with what you care about and where the effort is going? Because are those things moving in opposite direction? I care about this, but all the effort's going over there. How can you get your care and effort to align? And then how can you notice that you're going to start getting closer to a higher performance and getting closer to being in the zone? You guys have a great day. Love you all. Bye.